is a huge problem. To see it, but it's okay. I mean, I'll figure it out. Just tell me when we're live. Or just tell me how to set it up. If there's Wi-Fi, I can just check the video. If he can't come up, we can just put the video. Okay.
Y menos de 5 minutos para dar comienzo a este primer partido de este campeonato europeo de fútbol americano, este campeonato europeo femenino en la ciudad de Maracena. A continuación saltarán al campo los capitanes de ambos equipos.
What's the temperature? The temperature, the weather, how hot it is. We're gonna have to start the broadcast. Like they're doing the coin toss in 1 second. Okay. It's okay. We just need to start the broadcast like right now. Yeah, it's. I mean, if you have to go, just go. I'll make do with what we have right now. Yeah, it's really hot. Or you can just bring in the actual YouTube link, and then I'll just do what I can with that. Okay. Okay.
Head. And it's head. Okay. Germany the floor.
When I tell you, double click on this, okay? It should be works. It should work.
Okay.
When I
So
tell
when you say yeah, click on that. Okay. 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 But guys, we have to go live in like 5 seconds. Who won the coin toss? Did you watch? Because I was.
Termina el sorteo que ha ganado Alemania, ha decidido declinar el ganador que pateará Alemania y tocará Gran Bretaña, dando lugar al comienzo de este encuentro. Primer break de ataque para la selección de Gran Bretaña. Y menos.
Okay, so Britain won the coin toss and they elected to receive. Did you watch? Okay, is that what happened? Were you watching the coin toss? Because I was concentrating on this. No? Oh, crap. Okay. But I'm pretty sure Britain's going to receive. Hmm? have to start the broadcast.
Gran Bretaña con camiseta de color rojo contra la selección de Alemania con camiseta de color negro. Para los equipos especiales, esto va a dar comienzo en breves.
It's okay. Let's just start, okay? If it doesn't work, doesn't work. Just give me the. Tell me when I speak, okay?
Realiza patada corta el equipo alemán. Recoge el equipo de Gran Bretaña y llega hasta la yarda
Guys,
34.
come on.
Desde ese punto va a dar comienzo el primer drive ofensivo de la selección de Gran Bretaña. Con lo cual, primera y 10 para Gran Bretaña.
Hmm? Okay, well, good morning, everybody. Apparently, we are now live. Sorry about the technical. Welcome to our Women's European Championships in American football, and we are ready. A couple of plays. The first game between Team Great Britain and Team Germany. Germany kicked off the football to start the game. Britain won the coin toss and they elected to receive. And number 21 on the British team, Ruth Mata, was the returner. So now Britain is on offense and it's second down, second and about 8. They line up with two running backs. Joe Kilby handed the ball off to Ruth Mata, who ran it up the middle for about 5 yards, 6 yards or so. So it's going to be third down and a couple of yards to go. This is the first ever tournament appearance for Team Great Britain. They are the 6th seed at the 6-team tournament. Germany is the 2nd seed as they have appeared in both World Championships for women in 2010 and 2013. Now a quick toss to Ruth Mata, number 21, who runs up the sideline and gets tackled at the sideline just past midfield at about the 47-yard line, 46-yard line, excuse me. So Britain's got a first down. So, like I said, Germany has appeared in both World Championships so far, and in both cases, they got 4th place. In the bronze medal game, Team Finland defeated them twice, but they were both very close games. And Germany is the team who played American football for the longest time in women's tackle football around the world, or at least in Europe, obviously. Another handoff to the running back, Ruth Mata, who runs up the middle for about a 2-yard gain before she gets tackled by Germany. I have talked to both head coaches before the game, so when we have time, I'll tell you what they said about their team's preparation and what players they thought we should keep an eye out for. There's a motion play for Britain, double motion. Quarterback Joe Kilby keeps the football, is pursued by 3 defenders, but manages to pass down the sideline. It was, there's a flag on the play, but it looks like the pass was caught out of bounds by number 88, Jessica Anderson. We will hear from the referee about what the flag was for.
Personal foul. Now defense, number number 70, late 80, out of bounds.
It,
15 yards from the previous spot. He got the first down.
it is a 15-yard penalty on Germany for a personal foul. It was a late hit out of bounds on the receiver. So Britain's got another first down, this time on a penalty, and they get to move up just beyond the 30-yard line in Germany's territory. Two-back lineup through receivers. Joe Kilby tosses to Ruth Mata, who goes around the defender and runs up the sideline for another first down. Tackle was made, if I can see well, tackle was made by number 18 on Team Germany, Nadine Nurassiad. Very nice drive by Team Britain on their very first drive in international tournament competition. And Team Germany is cheering for their, supporting them. See if they can stop the run. Another run by Ruth Mata. This time she gets tackled for no gain, or even actually it's about a 2-yard loss by Team Germany's number 50 and number 28, Zoe Dahmen and Ariane Parusel. So it is second down and about 12 yards to go for Team GB on the field. It is fairly early in the morning, and yet it's already pretty hot here in Maracena, Spain. We're about a couple miles outside of Granada in Andalusia. Joe Kilby keeps the football. It's a short pass to number 88, Jessica Anderson. She was the one who got tackled and hit out of bounds in the previous passing play, and she makes a complete catch. So it is now third down, but only a couple yards to go. So Anderson's complete pass catch, or caught pass, sorry, was good for about 10 yards. So it is really good for Team Germany's defense. Team Britain is about 6 yards out of the end zone. And it is 3rd and 2. There was a little bit of the snap, and let's see who actually got the football. It looks like Team Germany fell on it, and yes, the referee is pointing the other way. So Germany recovered the fumble and gets the football. So first drive by Team Britain ended on a fumble very close to the end zone, and now they have to show what their defense has got. Team Germany is now on offense, and it is their first time since 2013 that we get to see them in tournament competition. Let's see how much the team has changed. There are many names on the roster we're here with from the Helsinki World Championships. They are in a standard I formation. Quarterback handed the football off to Susanne Erdmann, number 21, one of the most decorated players on the German team. And she ran for about 14 yards, but is on the field still. She is down. That's not a good start for our intrepid running back here. It was good for a first down, so Germany has a first down near the 30-yard line, but unfortunately, Susanne Erdmann is down, and trainers are currently checking her out. So, in the meantime, let me talk a little bit about the German offense. Quarterback, number 12, quarterback Gabby Duvinage, has been playing since the 1980s. She's one of the veterans of the German team. She's played at both of the World Championships, and she just does her stuff. She's an amazing player, and she's very accomplished, and she's still at the helm. Edmund is up. She is actually trotting off the field, so hopefully, yeah, this injury is nothing serious. Obviously, she's going to be kept off the field for at least a few plays. So we can see what some of the other running backs can do on this German team. Erdmann is the only person who managed to score against Team USA at the World Championships in Helsinki, Finland. And Team Germany is the only team that has managed to do that. Right now, it's the European Championships, and Team USA is not here. Divinaj tried to pass the football, pursued by a bunch of defenders. And we'll see what the referees say. They say it was actually a fumble, which was recovered by Team Great Britain. So 2 fumbles to start the football game. I'm sorry, I don't have the plays in front of me, so I can't really analyze much of the plays after the fact, but I'm going to try to say as much as I can from memory. And as soon as we get our technical situation fixed, I will be able to say a lot more about what exactly happened on those plays. But I'm sure you guys can all see what's happening on the field from the amazing web stream that we have here. Kudos to the production HD stream quality. So Team Britain is back on offense, and they're not very far back from where they left off at their last drive. Once again, Joe at quarterback, and Ruth Mata is the running back. She gets the handoff, runs through a couple of defenders, gets tackled after about 1 yard, but it is still a 1 yard loss because they were deep in their backfield and the handoff actually happened. So it is 2nd and 11 for Team Britain. Let's see what they come up on the next play. They line up with an 8 and a single back in the backfield. Ruth Mata once again gets the handoff, runs straight up the middle for a 1 yard gain. So they are now back to where the ball originally had been placed. So it is going to be 3rd and 10. Well, it looks like, my vision of the field is a little bit skewed. So it is actually 3rd and 11. So it was run for no gain. My mistake. Germany's defense lines up, anticipating another run. The H-back is now on the other side for Team Britain. 3 receivers. And Joe Kilby keeps the football, but Germany's number 50 was right there pursuing the quarterback. Germany's number 50 is Ariana Barusa, linebacker. She didn't get fooled by the fake handoff, and so the pass was incomplete. So it is 4th down for Team Britain, and it looks like they're going for it. They close to the end zone. They're about 15 yards out of the end zone. Joe Kilby attempts a pass, but it was just a little bit short for the intended receiver, number 89, Sophie Etheridge. Etheridge, military personnel. She left the army to train as a paramedic. So since it was a turnover on downs, which means Germany gets the football again. Drive. They can start from about the 25-yard line. Gabi Duvinage attempts a pass, which is complete to number 85, Daniela Menge. wide receiver on the German team. Nice pass, and it is good for a first down for Team Germany. Team Germany boasts the tallest player in the whole tournament. That is Birgit Schwenk, number 78. She is 196, so almost 2 meters tall. She plays guard. A handoff to the running back, but Team GB's defense is right there to stop it. It was a group tackle by several defensive players, linebackers, as well as defensive linemen. So it is for just inches in gain. Team Britain's linebacking core is very, very strong. They have a lot of former rugby players, and they told me they were hungry to deliver some big hits today. So let's see what they can do. I formation again. Fake handoff to the fullback. Gabby Duvenage keeps the football and passes up the stream to seam to number 85, Mengea. But it was an incomplete pass. So it is second down for Team Germany. Still at the 25-yard line. One of the team captains on Team Britain is number 16, Phoebe Schechter. She was actually born in the United States, and she has a British mother, so she moved to England a few years ago and started playing football there. And she's the one who actually made the tackle. She was the first. It was another running play for Germany, but it was unsuccessful, no gain, so it is fourth down. And I believe Team Germany is going to punt the football. At the World Championships, the punter for Team Germany was also quarterback Gabby Duvenage, but this time it is somebody else. Let me see who the punter is. I believe it's number 27. No, it's number 17, excuse me. And she puts right out of bounds after about 10 yards or so. So this was not a very good punt by number 17, Barbara Morel. We'll chalk it up to nerves. It's the first time she was the punter, I believe, at a tournament game. This means that Team GB gets very good field position to start their next drive. Get a first down at the 35-yard line. They line up in their standard formation with the running back offset, shotgun, H-back. So there was a short stoppage, but there was no foul on the play. It would have been for illegal substitution, but that was not the case. So we are back in play. Once again, first down for Team Britain to start this drive. Joe Kilby has the football off, this time to number 7. Number 7 is Claire Davies, running back on Team GB. She gets tackled by Germany's number 50. Once again, Ariana Parusal. I think we need to learn that name. She's been making tackles all over today, and we're only in the first quarter. This was a tackle for a loss of about 2 yards. So we are at second and 12 for Team GB. Under center for quarterback Joe Kilby, hands it off to the running back, who runs up the middle and gets tackled, this time by number 76, Jacqueline Richter. Once again, it was Claire Davies, the running back. Kilby runs out to the sideline to consult with the coaches for a minute with head coach Jim Messenger out there in that hat. And it is third and about 11 for Britain. In the first quarter of the very first game of the Women's European Championships in American football. Kilby keeps the football, but there's nowhere to go because three of the German defenders are pursuing her and she gets tackled. So it is a sack for Germany. Number 50, Ariana Parusa, as well as number 70, Jessica Noyes. It is fourth down for Britain, and it looks like they're sending in their punt team. And the quarter is almost over, so we might see them walk over to the other side of the field in just a second. I think there's about 20 seconds left, so let's see if we can get another play in before the end of the quarter. So Team Britain is going to punt. One returner on Team Germany. The snap is really high. Goes way over the head of number 22, Britain's punter, Nancy Stone, but she goes and gets the football, tries to run it back. That gets tackled by Team Germany's coverage team. Great job by the punt coverage team by Team Germany. This time, Germany gets the football at the 40-yard line in British territory, and it is the end of the first quarter right here in Maracena, Spain. The score is still 0-0. But we've been seeing a lot of action. Some good drives so far. Mostly by Team Britain. Defensively, Team Germany has been strong. Let's see if they can get their offense to start making plays. Susanne Erdmann, number 21, is back on the field. She is one of the most experienced players on the team, like I said. She played in both World Championships. She's a strong and sturdy running back, and she's got a lot of yardage. As you can see, she can also block. So it was an incomplete pass for number 80, intended for Jeanette Bastert. It is second down for Team Germany. Germany back in there. Formation with a fullback and a tailback, but it is a passing play. There was no one near where the ball went, unfortunately, for Germany. Incomplete pass once again, and it is already third down for Team Germany at the 40-yard line. The coverage was pretty good by Team Britain on this passing play, which is why Devinage didn't see any open receivers. It's a handoff to Erdmann, but she gets tackled for almost no gain, for about a 1-yard gain by Phoebe Schechter. And it is fourth down for Team Germany.
¿Qué decide al final?
Fourth
¿Si
and
juega
9.
una jugada para llegar a ese primer down?
But it looks like they elect to go for it on fourth
Así va a ser.
as
Y
their
saca
offense
fuera
stays on
Alemania.
the field.
Cuarta y 9.
After that punt that we saw, I guess it is not surprising. Duvinage passes to number 85, who gets tackled after
Jugada de pase ha
about
sido
6
buena,
yards
pase completo, aunque
by
hay
number
una falta
27,
cometida
Julia
en esta
Robinson,
jugada.
one of the most
Una
experienced players
desmarcación
on
por amarillo
the
que ha
British
marcado el
team.
equipo arbitral.
Number 85 is Daniela Menga, ball and gained another 2 or 3 yards, but she is down. And there's also a flag on the field, so we will see what the
Estará
penalty
haciendo la
is going to be
referencia
for
bien cometida y sobre todo por qué equipo la ha
after the
realizado.
player has been tended to.
Pass interference, 27, defense, first down on the spot of the foul.
It was a pass
Falta cometida
interference
por la
by Julia
defensa de
Robinson
Gran
on this
Bretaña.
play,
Pass interference, ha molestado al receptor
which means
del
Germany
campo
gets
en ruta de pase, con lo cual
a
primera y 10 para
15-yard
el
gain
equipo
on this
alemán.
one and a first down. So they can keep the drive alive here in the second quarter of the opening game of the WEC. Germany has motion on the play. The wing went over to the other side. It's a toss to Susanne Erdmann, but she gets tackled by Britain's number 12, Amanda Casey, also playing since 2011, which is basically the first time women started playing in Britain from this team. So the most experienced players on Britain's squad have been playing for about 4 years. But like I said, a lot of them have background in other sports. A lot of them played competitive rugby on the British national team, on the English or the Wales national team. Some of them played hockey, equestrian sports. There's a lot of different sports that they played. Beautiful run by Susanne Erdmann. She avoided a couple of tackles and ran up the right side for about 5 yards.
Sigue un buen avance, aunque insuficiente para
Erdmann
llegar
is
a
a
ese primer
strong
down,
runner.
lo cual será
It's hard to tackle her.
tercera y 7 para el equipo alemán.
Germany with a single back, wing, and 3 receivers, but it is a handoff to the running back, who actually runs for what looks like a first down. This was number 36, Birgit Gerl. So a new running back for, she is the fullback actually for Team Germany.
Y poco a poco avanzando hacia la endzone del equipo británico. Primera y 10 para Alemania.
And Edmund is back on the field again. So it looks like they are using Gerl as a sort of change of pace back or as the fullback for Edmund. They're back in their I formation with Gerl at fullback, Edmund at tailback, and a motioning wing. Duvinage drops back and attempts a pass to number 84, Saskia Ulmer, but it is incomplete. It was just a little bit short for the receiver. Germany's quarterback is very tall, And yet sometimes she seems to have trouble seeing over the heads of her linemen, which may not be surprising considering they do have the tallest player in the whole tournament on their O line. But there is pretty good protection for her for at least a few seconds. And so this time the pass was complete to number 84, Saskia Ulmer. And it's going to be third down for Team Germany. But there is a flag on the play, so this may not be what we thought it would be. It was a defensive penalty, as we could see from the referee's hand motions.
Roughing the passer, 90, defense, half distance from the end of the run, automatic first down.
Germany gets an automatic first down on a roughing the passer call by Britain's number 90, Monica Lewinsky. So Germany is now very close to the end zone. They are about 10 yards out. And it's a handoff to Erdmann, who kind of stops and slowly gets tackled. This wasn't really a strong run for the back. Tackle made by number 62, Vicky Rowlandson. Plays D-line for Team Britain. It is second down at the 10-yard line for Team Germany. We have about 7 minutes left in this quarter, so we're halfway through the second quarter. And the toss to number 22 was successful, and she managed to gain a few yards on this play. Jana Stegli, another running back for Team Germany. So now it is third down, third and goal, from about 8 yards out. It was a handoff to Erdmann, but the mesh wasn't exactly what it should be, and yet Erdmann managed to somehow take that handoff, but that slowed her down, and now it is fourth down for Team Germany after about a yard of gain by Erdmann. You can see number 16, Phoebe Schechter, on the British team captaining the defense. And Germany back in their standard formation. Duvinage drops back, attempts a pass to number 85, and it is complete. Number 85, Daniela Menge, completes the pass for a German touchdown, it looks like. So Germany is the first team to score in this Women's European Championships in American football, which is very fitting because Germany has been playing for the longest time in Europe in women's football. And Gavi Duvinage, the quarterback, is the oldest player in this tournament and the most experienced player in this tournament. She gets the first touchdown, connecting with Menge on this play. And on the extra point, Germany is going for two. It's a high toss to Susanne Erdmann. She tries to avoid the tackle, and she manages to avoid one, but then there are two more defensive players right there tackling her before the end zone. So the two-point conversion is not successful for Team Germany. So the score is 6-0. Germany 6, Britain 0. A little bit less than 6 minutes to go in the first half of this football game. The first quarter of the first Women's European Championships in American football. This is very, very exciting. I think everybody that I've talked to has been so excited about this tournament. Teams, organizers, everybody, and rightly so. Not only is this a historic event for women's football in Europe, but also a test to see what these teams can do and how much they have developed since the last World Championships. Or for the newcomers, this is a test of what they can do as new teams. Team Britain has been practicing together for only about a year. And kudos to BAFA, the British American Football Federation, for putting together a team that seems very strong and holding their own against Germany. The kickoff was a short line drive, and it was returned for 5 or 6 yards by Britain's number 30, Stephanie DeHaven, a running back. So now Britain gets the football just past the 50-yard line at about 45 yards in German territory. 5.5 minutes before the end of the second quarter. Let's see if they can answer the 6 points that Germany has just put on the board. It is a toss to number 21, Ruth Mata. And a nice block. And a nice run by Ruth Mata up the left side past the 40-yard line. It was about 6 yards for Team Britain on this run. 2nd and 4. Mata plays for the Birmingham Lions, the team that sent the most players to this British squad. And it's another toss, this time to the right, to Mata, who runs for a first down up the right sideline. It's a first down for Team Britain on 2 runs. So far, so good. About 37 yards out. Britain is on the attack. 2 backs, 3 receivers. This time it was a handoff to number 7, Claire Davies, the second running back on Team Britain. She ran up the middle for a yard. Kilby is still at quarterback. And she's doing a great job managing this team on the field. She's under center, and it's a toss this time to Davies, who runs out to the sideline and gets tackled out of bounds. That was a great block by number 30, Stephanie DeHaven, who also functions as the kick returner. She was the fullback on this play, and the run was good for a first down. So Britain is moving the football very quickly. Team Germany has not found a cure for the quick toss. And this time there's another great block by number 30, and Ruth Mata runs for what might be another first down. That was a great read on the block. DeHaven blocked to the outside. Mata read it and cut inside the block. And there was nothing but green there until the second level of the German defense. It was a great stop by the German linebackers right there. Wide change, what works? Another toss to Ruth Mata. who runs up the sideline, and let's see if she got close to the end zone. She was very close at the far end of the field, but it looks like she was tackled right before the end zone, about 2 yards out, maybe 1 yard out, but a player is down. It looks like a German player, so it was the player who made the tackle, I assume. That was a beautiful run by Mata. Once again, reading the blocks, cutting to the outside and going right up the sideline, just short of the end zone. It's second down for Team Britain and only a yard or two to go. So this is I would say a great answer to what we just saw from Team Germany. And we got ourselves a good football game today. The weather here, like I said, is very sunny and hot, but it's not humid, so it's actually bearable up here. And we're about 5 meters high in this tower, so there's a little bit of a breeze. But sunscreen is needed here, that's for sure, especially for people like me. I burn. Now, Team Britain and Team Germany are back on the field. And let's see what Britain can do with this second down. Second and goal. What could be the first score for Team Britain in an international tournament. Handoff to the running back, but it was his defense was right there. The running back this time was Sean Kersey, number 17. It is third down now and a couple of yards set back, so we are maybe 4 yards out of the end zone here. That was a good stop by the German defense. It was a handoff to a receiver, I believe, number 26, Antoinette Morgan. But Germany was on the pursuit. The stiff arm didn't really succeed in getting them away from the run, so it was again short of the end zone and set Britain back for another couple of yards. So now we are about 6 or 7 yards out of the end zone, and it is fourth down. So this is one more chance for Team Britain to try to score on display. Ruth Mata is back in the lineup, and again, it's a toss to her. She gets caught up in the blocks a little bit, so she tries to find a seam, but she gets tackled after a couple of yards by the German defense. This was a very strong effort by the German defense. I think the stop was made by number 28, Zoe Dahmen. And Germany showed that they can make a stand at the goal line. Great job by the German defense. And now Britain has sent their defense on the field, so Germany can try to take the ball out of the red zone and into the other red zone this time. The score is still 6-0. Britain put together a very strong drive, but fell short of the end zone. This drive was definitely a positive for this new team. Britain's calling a timeout, so we're going to have a little bit of time to talk about this last drive that we just saw. Germany couldn't really find a way to stop those quick pitch plays, but when it came to the goal line stand, they figure it out a way to stop the runs. And Britain was trying to change it up a little bit, and it didn't work on the first 3 downs, and on the fourth down they went back to that tried and trusted play. But that time Germany was actually vigilant, and they stopped that play. Britain has been running the football a lot more than passing. That's a very strong running game, as you could see. So no reason to pass too much when the running game is so strong, but they might have to make some changes to that because Germany is actually adjusting well to the running games, the running plays. So now the timeout is over, so we will see Germany's offense back on the field. Their previous drive, their touchdown drive, was kept alive by a penalty call. And then this time they are starting all the way from near their own end zone. But Duvinage drops back. Again, it was an incomplete pass that was nearly intercepted by the British defense. Britain's number 22, Nancy Stone, was right there. It's 2nd and 10 at the near the 10-yard line. I would say about 7 yards. There are 3 backs in the German backfield. So it's a sort of a diamond formation, but it was actually a passing play. Duvinage dropped back, and it was an incomplete pass intended for number 80, Jeanette Bastert. So the 3 running backs were there for protection, but the pocket wasn't very large to try to pass from, and the receivers were well covered. The accuracy could be slightly better for Germany's passing game. Back at the I formation, and a handoff to Erdmann, who finds a hole and tries to stiff arm Britain's number 49, Nina Killick, but she was not fooled and made the tackle near the 10-yard line. Yard gain for Germany, but this was already 3rd down, so now Germany will have to punt the ball away. Let's see if Jasmin Oberdörster can punt it. Oh, I'm sorry. Oberdorfer is not the punter. It's number 17, Barbara Morel. So let's see if Morel can punt it farther than last time. There are 35 seconds left in the 2nd quarter, so that means even if the punt is fairly short, Britain will not have too much time to try to get the ball into the end zone. The officials are still consulting. The score is 6-0, Team Germany, and now there's a timeout called once again by Great Britain. And we have 40 seconds left in the first half. That's why they had to consult. It was an issue with the game clock. So Britain has 2 punt returners lined up. Deep number 7, Claire Davies, who was on the field for several plays as a running back. And I believe number 82, Hannah Pye. She is a wide receiver.
visitantes tanto en Alemania, Reino Unido.
Germany's punt team is in a wide formation, so the line is not close together, which is a formation that's better for coverage. They also have three backs as personal protectors for the punter
Indica el árbitro que el tiempo
to
marcado
make sure
en el contador que
that
está
the
en
ball
el fondo del campo no es el oficial,
gets
es
out.
40 segundos
So it all
que
rides
va a
on
reanudar
the
el
center and
partido.
long snapper. Number 65 on Team Germany, that is on Katrin Machka. She's going to do the long snap, which this time is good, and number 17 punts it again slightly off to the right, and it goes out of bounds
Posición de campo
at the
para el equipo
25-yard line. So
Gran
this means
Bretaña.
that we have about 30 seconds
Francesas
left,
que darse prisa.
33 to be
Menos de
exact,
40 segundos
and
para
Britain
llegar al
gets the
descanso.
football at the 25-yard line in German territory. So that's a good field position to try to put together a very, very quick drive. I think they have one timeout left. Let's see what Britain can do with this short time. At running back, we see Clara Davies again. Single back, four receivers. Snaps a little bit low, but Kilby gets her hands on it. The pass goes right through the hands of number 88, Jessica Anderson. It is incomplete. So it is second down
Este pase
for
incompleto y
Britain.
será segunda y 10 para Gran Bretaña.
Second and 10 at the 25-yard line, and we have very short time left. I do not see the game clock this time. This might be the last play. Unless we have more time, but the screen is off. And another attempted pass by Joe Kilby intended for the receiver number 82, Hannah Pye, but it looks like Pye might have been pushed while in the air. There are two flags on the field.
Falta cometida en esta jugada.
If it is pass interference call on the defense, that means Britain gets even closer to the end zone and still has time. It is a pass interference call on the defense based on what the referee was signaling. We'll hear from him in a second.
Pass interference. Defense number 48. 15 yards to the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Indeed, a pass
Falta
interference
cometida por la defensa de
by
Alemania.
Sabine Wagner
Pass interference.
against Jessica Anderson.
Avanza el equipo de Gran Bretaña.
Oh, I'm sorry, it was Hannah Pye, the receiver on the British side, who was the intended receiver.
Que le quedan pocos
So now
segundos
Britain has a first down
para el descanso en esta mañana.
just outside of the 10-yard line and a few seconds to go in this first half. And it's the standard toss out to Ruth Mata, who reads the block, cuts inside, and gets tackled by Germany's number 35, Julia Oberdörster, after 6 or so yards, 6 or 7 yards. So this was a great run by Mata, but time is running out.
Third and last timeout.
Britain called their last timeout, and there are 3 seconds left in this half, in the first half of this first football game at the Women's European Championships. So this means Britain has one play to try to get into the end zone before halftime and even the score, or possibly even take the lead. And Germany has this one play to try to stop Britain from scoring and go to the locker room for halftime with a 6-point lead. On the last drive, Germany really, really stiffened up and made a huge stand at their goal line, so we can expect nothing less. Let's see if Britain can outsmart them on this one play. And Germany also called a timeout, I believe.
Timeout. Germany.
Indeed, it was a German
First
timeout called.
half timeout.
They probably wanted to
El nuevo
see
tiempo muerto. Ahora
how
mismo
Britain
el
lines up
equipo alemán del
and
juego.
are
La
now trying to
defensa.
adjust to that. Britain's lineup once again
Su primer
suggested
tiempo muerto en esta
um,
primera
the
parte. Recordemos,
running
cada equipo
plays that
dispone de
they've
3
been
tiempos muertos por
successfully
mitad.
implementing over the
El
course of
primer tiempo
several
muerto
of
y
their
los 3
drives,
tiempos muertos para gastarlos
which
para el
means
tercer y
Germany will be
cuarto.
expecting something of the sort of
Ya le estaban los
the quick
entrenadores
pitch or toss play.
planificando las estrategias para esta última jugada de este segundo
So there are
cuarto.
3 seconds
Con
left
el
in
marcador
the
de
first half,
Alemania 6, Gran Bretaña
and
0
it's
en este
second
partido
and
inaugural
goal for Team
del
Britain
Campeonato Europeo de
with
Fútbol
just one
Americano
play
Femenino
to
que se
try
está
to get the
celebrando
ball
en la
into
ciudad
the end
de
zone.
Maracena.
Kilby's passes actually looked, or pass attempts looked really good. She can throw the football accurately. So we'll see if Coach Messenger will call a pass play for Kilby, or if Ruth Mata, the running back with the most yards on the team so far, will get the football again. And it is a play action. A pass that is completed by number 82, Hannah Pye. They faked the run to the right. Kilby kept it, dropped back, and let go of a beautiful spiral into the right side of the end zone, where Hannah Pye, even though she was well covered by the German defender, caught the football for the first ever British touchdown in a tournament game. Rightfully celebrating. That was a great play by both the quarterback and the receiver, and it was great protection from the British O-line and running backs to give Kilby time to pass. So now on the extra point, Britain actually has a field goal unit, and we are now seeing them for the first time on the field. Number 46 is the kicker, Jane Goodliff. And the extra point is good. Jane Goodliff kicked the extra point, so with that, Team Great Britain takes the lead at the end of the second quarter. So the half ends with Britain 7, Germany 6. This is a great football game to start off the first European Championships. Two great teams, and I'm very excited to see what happens in the second half. So in a few minutes, we'll come back. Please stay tuned, and we'll see you in a sec.
We also have official merchandising of this championship. We see you in 15 minutes for the second half.
Don't feel
And welcome back to the first game of the Women's European Championships in American football. The score is Britain 7, Germany 6, and we just saw the opening kickoff of the second half. Germany's number 7 returned the football. And so Germany can start the second half on offense with a first down at the 35-yard line in their own half of the field. For those of you just joining us now, it is very hot and sunny here in Maracena, Spain, a couple of miles outside of Granada. And this is the first game between these two teams. Quarterback Gabby Duvenage passed to number 4, Anya Treiber. Pass was complete and good for a first down. So in the very first play, Germany achieves a first down and moves the chains close to midfield. In the first half, the two teams did a great job on both offense and defense. Germany first stalled on offense, but then they scored the first touchdown of the game, and then Britain came back and took the lead at the very end of the first half. The toss to Erdmann falls to the ground. It was fumbled. Let's see who recovered the fumble. So Germany managed to recover the fumble, but they lost the down and about another 8 yards. So it is 2nd and 18 for Team Germany. So on Germany's touchdown, they went for 2. That was unsuccessful. Britain's touchdown, they kicked an extra point, and that was successful, hence the 7-6 score in the game. Germany in their I formation, which is pretty standard for them. And it's another complete pass from Duvenage to Treiber, this time for about 3 yards before she gets tackled by the British defense. Germany tried to run the football a lot in the first half, handing the ball off to their most experienced players, Susanne Erdmann. But the British defense was very sturdy against the run, so now they are trying something different. They did try a few passes in the first half as well, but they were not very accurate and well covered. This time it's a toss to the left to Susanne Erdmann, right after I said that they are now pass heavy. Erdmann runs to the left and gets tackled after about 2 yards, so it is fourth down for Team Germany, and their drive stalled after that great first play. So Germany is going to punt the ball away. Barbara Morel, their new punter. He used to be the quarterback, Duvinage, punting at the previous tournaments. Morel's 2 punts have been very short. This time it's a lot longer. It's a deeper ball that lands at about the 40-yard line. It's still not a very long punt, but it does not go out of bounds like the previous 2 did. So now Britain can trot their offense out onto the field. And this first drive for Germany took about 4 minutes to complete. So now we have about 8 minutes of the third quarter to be played. So Britain's offense is on the field with Joe Kilby, number 15 at quarterback, under center with 2 backs and 3 receivers, and the handoff to number 21, Ruth Mata, who runs up the middle for 1 yard. On Germany's defense, a player to watch out for so far has been number 50, Ariana Parusa. She has made the majority of the German tackles, especially on running plays. And it is the toss to the right to Mata, but a beautiful block that she runs behind. Her fullback, once again, is number 30, Stephanie DeHaven. And the run was good for a first down, just past midfield. This is the play that you have just seen is a play that Britain really likes to employ because it has been very successful. In the first half, we saw a drive that was kept going by these exact plays, alternating sides, but it has been more successful to the right, mostly thanks to the great blocks by DeHaven. Right now, it's a run up the middle, another great block by DeHaven, and another first down by Ruth Mata. Tackle was made by Germany's number 45 and 48, I believe, on Katrin Schmidt and Sabine Wagner. Ruth Mata actually averaged 5.1 yards in the first half. And the Brits seems like they managed to draw the German defense offside. So it will be an encroachment penalty, it seems. It is a 5-yard penalty on Germany's defense. So it is now, no, the change stay there, buddy. There you go. So it is now 1st and 5 for Team Britain. It's a 5-yard penalty, and so it does not come with an automatic first down. So like I said, number 21 on Team Britain, Ruth Mata, is the premier running back right now. She has accomplished a lot in this game so far. She's achieved the most yards, 71 net yards in the first half, and like I said, 5.1 average. She ran up the middle this time. but two British players fell on top of each other. That was actually the two backs, De Haven and Mata. And it looks like De Haven is still down. So the best blocker so far on the British team that we have seen, and very much instrumental to those first downs, is on the field still. And the trainer's looking at her ankle, it seems. So let's look at those first half stats just a little bit. On the German team, their main running back, Susanne Erdmann, got 22 yards, 3.1 average. These are the net yards, of course. Gabi Duvenage completed 4 passes out of 10. So, like I said, the ratio of completed passes could be better for the veteran quarterback, but she capped the last German, or the second to last German drive with a beautiful touchdown pass to Daniela Menga. So that makes up for a lot of those incomplete passes, for sure. On the other side, Joe Kilby attempted 7 passes and completed 3. So that's a pretty good percentage. And she also gets a touchdown because she completed that beautiful spiral to Hannah Pye at the back of the end zone to end the first half. So now Team Britain is back on the field with a second down and 5. Davies gets the football and runs to the left for a couple of yards. This time the fullback was number 26, Antoinette Morgan, who we have seen on a couple of plays before. So far it's been a drop-off from the starters. The handoff goes once again to Davies. I did not see a very strong block there, but there were some blocks. So it is about another yard or so, but it is 4th down. It seems like Britain's going to stay on the field on 4th down, so they decided to go for it. It's 4th and 4, and Mata is back on the field with Morgan blocking for her, if it is indeed a running play. And it's a toss play. Now there's a beautiful block by Morgan, and Mata gets the first down. Morgan actually tried to block 2 people, successful, and the second one was nearly successful, and it gave enough time to Mata to cut back. So net result is really both blocks were successful since the runner actually got away. So beautiful job by Morgan on this play. Same formation, but to the other side, and it's the same play, this time to the left. Morgan this time got a hold of her own player, but this did not stop Mata. She ran down the left sideline for about 20 yards of a gain. Beautiful first down once again by the little running back. She is taking a lot of the offensive burden here. She's doing a lot for the team. She's getting a lot of yardage. But let's not forget about the blocking. Let's not forget about the work of the O-line. They're the ones at the front lines. They're the ones that protect the running back first and foremost. This time, Kilby drops back to pass, but there was a slight misunderstanding this time between her and Hannah Pye, and the pass was a bit too long for Pye to catch. It was basically the same play as we saw on the touchdown. To the right corner of the end zone, and Pye was actually wide open, but she just didn't get there in time. for the pass that was slightly overthrown. So it's 3 receivers again and the standard 2 backs, and it is the toss play to the right to Mata. She cuts outside, but then decides to go back inside, which ended up getting her tackled because there was a lot of traffic right in there. There was there were a lot of defenders right there, so it would have been hard to continue going to the outside as well. But with her speed, she probably could have gotten around that defender, especially with the block by Morgan right there. So now, it's not the same formation. Now Morgan was actually lined up at wing, and it's a handoff to Meta, who runs to the right, gets tackled, gang tackled, but I think it was Germany's number 82. I a bit 92. I'm sorry, I was a bit too far from the play. Jessica Umke, who made the tackle, and it is 4th down for Britain. So it looks like they are actually going to try a field goal. The line of scrimmage is at the 10-yard line, which means the field goal attempt will be from about 14, 16 yards. We'll see. And it is good. Britain has scored their first ever field goal in this tournament. There's going to be a lot of firsts for Team Britain since this is the first tournament they are playing in. So it is 3 more points for Team Great Britain on the scoreboard. It is Great Britain 10, Germany 6, with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, in the second half of the opening game of this Women's European Championships. So now Britain gets to kick the ball off to Team Germany, and we'll see whether Germany can answer these points. With their veteran quarterback, Gabby Duvenage, at the helm. And we'll see once again what Britain's defense can do. Great job so far by their linebacking core. Julia Robinson, Laura Moore, Phoebe Schechter, Amanda Casey, with a couple of tackles each. Britain's number 46, Jane Goodliff, who has already put 4 points on the board for Britain as the kicker, kicks the ball off slightly to the right, and Germany's returner is number 4. Goes around a block that might have been slightly from the back and out at the sideline at the 35-yard line. Germany's number 4, Anja Treiber, was the returner for Germany. So Germany can start their drive with a first down at about the 37-yard line. Yes, that's where the officials have placed the football. I'm sorry, 38-yard line. With the score 10-6, Team Britain. Even though Team Britain is the 6th seed in this tournament, and they are a very new team, in their preliminary games, the 2 games that we have seen them play, they actually showed a lot of strength. And once again, their linebacking core is stepping up their game. Phoebe Schechter, number 16, made the tackle. Like I said, she was born in the United States, but she didn't play football there. She started playing football when she moved to Britain a few years ago. She's also an accomplished equestrian athlete, and she even has her own equestrian training business. Several of Team Britain's players, the core group of, I believe, 11 or 12 players actually attended the first Women's World Football Games in the United States, which is an international training camp for women. In the meantime, the pass attempt was incomplete. It was to Susanna Edman. It was bobbled in the air, and afterwards it was caught by the British defense, but it was ruled incomplete because the receiver never established possession, I believe. Yes, it did hit the ground, so it was not a fumble because there was no possession established. So Germany can attempt another play on third down and 13. Divinaz drops back, pursued by the defender, and it is intercepted by Britain's number 22, Nancy Stone. Beautiful interception by the defender. Pass was intended for number 80, Jeanette Busted, who is much taller than Stone. But Stone was at the right spot to make this interception. Very good coverage by the British defense and good pressure on the quarterback. So this time Britain can come back on offense at the 45-yard line. This is a great game. I'm really, really enjoying this, and I'm just so excited to see these two teams play against each other. I mean, Germany and Britain, that's a historic rivalry in so many different sports. And I think what we're seeing now is the establishment of a rivalry of that sort in this sport as well. Ruth Mata gets the handoff and runs up the middle for about 3 yards. She did a great job not stopping her feet. She keeps pounding her feet and manages to get an extra yard out of that. I mean, the point of contact was actually more than a yard and a half back from that spot that the ball is now spotted. So as you could see, she fell forward and she kept pounding her feet, which is how you get some extra yardage as a running back. So it is second down for Team Britain, close to midfield, 2nd and 7. Kilby in the shotgun formation, hands off to Mata, who runs around a would-be tackler out to the sideline and gets tackled eventually by number 18, Nadine Nourasid, defensive back. So she got through the defensive line and the linebackers. Great run by Mata. And once again, great blocking by the British offensive line and fullback. This is a very strong effort for Team Britain. Another handoff, this time to the other side, and Team Germany was actually very vigilant this time. Both number 40 and number 70 were right there on the play. Alista Vilmevine is number 40, and Jessica Noyes, who is number 70, another veteran of the World Championships games, Jessica Noyes. She is a defensive lineman for the Mulheim Shamrocks. That was a great play by the German defense. They stopped the play in the backfield, so that was a loss of yardage for Britain. And this is actually the end of the third quarter. The third quarter went by really quickly. As they say, time flies when you're having fun. It looks like everybody is having fun on the field. Maybe Britain is having more fun than Team Germany right now, but I'm sure the German coaches are talking to the team right now about how they can step up their game and make things happen. This is huge for both teams. They only play 2 games to establish the rankings within the groups. We have 2 groups here at the European Championships, Group A, Group B, with 3 teams each. And so they each play 2 games. They play each other round robin style, and then we're going to have, the last place teams in both groups play for fifth place. We're going to have the second place group teams in both groups play for the bronze medal, and then of course the first place teams in both groups will play the final game on Saturday. Another handoff, another run up the right side by Ruth Mata with another great block by Antoinette Morgan. So it looks like DeHaven is off the field, um, but I see her walking. So hopefully that ankle injury is not going to stop her from playing because she is a great blocker. But Morgan is holding her own as well. Beautiful blocks after those first couple of plays when she was just getting the hang of it. Now she's really doling out those blocks like a good fullback would. Kilby's under center again. A quick little toss and a reverse play to Hannah Pye, who runs around a block by Jo Kilby herself. It was a very complicated play and developing pretty slowly, but it was good for about 5 or 6 yards for Team Britain. It's very nice when your quarterback can actually block for you, because then you can have that extra blocker on the field, especially in a play like this, in a reverse play. It helps a lot to get that one end or one cornerback blocked out of the way if they are trying to get the tackle. Mata runs up again, and there's a missed tackle, but then there is a completed tackle by this time by number 18, Alyssa Vine. So Ruth Mata once again ran for a first down. Another great accomplishment by the British running back, making a strong effort for that MVP title for this game. That's for sure. But there are many contenders right now on Team Britain. I've talked to, like I said, I've talked to both coaches before the game, and Coach Messenger of Team Britain said, the strongest suit of his team, he believes, is the team unity. And we can see that this team is working together. They have each other's backs. And again, Ruth Mata ran for about 5 or 6 yards right up the middle. Great blocking again by the O-line, opening up those holes in the middle. Germany's calling a timeout. So back to a conversation with Coach Jim Messenger. So he said that the strongest suit of this team is their unity, is the players knowing each other so well, because the way they prepared for this tournament is by coordinating everything on the club and the national level. So there were no time conflicts, and the federation, the British American Football Federation, BAFA, actually organized the series called the Diamond Series. That was an 11-on-11 series where they could not only have the players play a full football game, but also scout the players for the national team. And so because of that, the players knew each other really well already, and they had several training camps, development days, where they could figure out the way they could run the system and the strengths and weaknesses of each player. And the players got to know the system really well and each other. So they've only started this program about a year and a half ago, but the players have been together for that long. Several of them just started playing at that point, but they became very strong and accomplished members of the team right away because there's just so much unity. So back to the field after the timeout. Ruth Mata, another great run up the middle. That was a huge hole, huge gap opened by the offensive line, and they are rightly proud of that effort. As you can see, the running back thanking the O-line for those blocks. I mean, that's what we do. I play running back, and there's just so much riding on that offensive line. So there's a lot to be thankful for when we have those lanes to run. Unfortunately, there's another German player down on the field. The German team, um, the German team has been playing for a long time, like I said, and they have a lot of veteran players. Obviously, there's there's a lot to be said about youth on a team. If you have a good combination of youth and experience, then if you can find that optimum, that optimal combination of youth and experience, then you can do well at these tournaments because it's grueling. You have to play 3 games in the course of 1 week, so that's a lot to take for the body, a lot to handle. So obviously, players that are older might find it difficult to sustain that kind of drive throughout the whole week, and there might be some injuries. I mean, obviously, football is a contact sport, so there will be injuries. Uh, but a younger body can sustain those hits for a longer time and recover faster, and that's the most important aspect here, the recovery time. So important for the body to recover after these games, and you basically only have a couple of days to get ready for the next game. And again, there's an injury on the German team. So there are injuries that come with the game that just happen because of an unfortunate fall, or somehow something happened within the tackle. Or there could be any number of things that are just part of the game, obviously, or like any sports. But there's also injuries that could happen because the body is just getting old, or because what used to just bend now breaks. So it's very, very important for athletes on a football team, especially at a tournament like this, to make sure they can recover well, and for the coaches and the coaching staff to recognize how how important it is for the players to get some time off the field sometimes and make substitutions at the right moment. Once again, Ruth Mata gets the football and runs up the middle. It was right at the goal line. It is 1 yard out of the end zone. It's hard to see the lines from up here because the sun is just beating down so hard. It is really, really bright out there. But the ball is placed at the 1 yard line. So Team Britain is now just a yard short of the end zone on third down. Beautiful run again by Ruth Mata. The snap was a bit quick, but it looks like it was off, and it was a run by Joe Kilby. It was a quarterback sneak. It was hard to see because nobody else moved, and the defense was not expecting such a quick snap. Great job by Joe Kilby. It is now 16-6, Team Britain, and let's see what Goodliff can do with the extra point attempt. So number 46 is lined up for the extra point. Jane Goodliff, she has already kicked a field goal and an extra point in this game. And once again, she delivers the extra point. So with this extra point, Britain is at 17 points on the scoreboard, with Germany at 6 from that very first touchdown they got in the first half. This is the last quarter of the game, the fourth quarter. We have 8 minutes to go, halfway through the fourth quarter, in fact. So now Germany has a really, really tough road ahead if they want to try to win this game. And like I said, there's so much riding on this game because there are only 2 games to be played for each team to establish the rankings within the groups. And once those rankings are established, there's no elimination period you go straight into the final or bronze medal game or fifth place game. So these two games that the teams play back to back or with a day off in between will determine those rankings. So this highly decorated and very accomplished German team with a long, long history is now facing. They down about 11, not about, they are down 11 points exactly. So they are now facing a very tough 8 minutes ahead to try to turn this game around. Schreiber picks up the football, but fumbles it on the hit, and it looks like Britain actually recovered. So Schreiber picked it up, started running it back, and didn't really get behind her block. There was a big hit by the British coverage team, a fumble, and the British recovery. So this is not looking good for Germany. They have to bring their defense back out on the field, it seems. 7 minutes and 52 seconds left with Britain up by 11 points and with the football. Joe Kilby is under center again with Morgan and Mata at running back. And there's a handoff right in the middle for Mata, who runs up the middle for about 4 yards. She gets tackled by Germany's number 92 and 45. So Ann-Kathrin Schmidt, number 45, and 92 was Jessica Umke. But Umke is still on the ground and very slow to move. So the trainers will look at her as well. So I wanted to talk to you earlier about Team Germany as well, because I've only talked about Team Britain and what their head coach, the messenger, said. So I also talked to Germany's Thomas Balko, the chef de mission and head coach for Team Germany. He said they had national tryouts and 2 training camps to prepare for this game. His expectations are to play well and show their best football and compete for the final. So they definitely had high expectations and wanted to get to that final game because they are the second seed at this tournament. They are the second best team based on previous results from the World Championships in both Sweden and Helsinki, where they played the bronze medal game and lost by only a few points to Finland. The main strengths of the German team, according to Coach Balko, are passion, discipline, physical and mental toughness, and some really, really good players. And the players that he said we should watch out for is obviously Susanne Erdmann, whose name we have heard a lot as the most accomplished running back in German history, and the free safety, number 18, Nadine Nurasied, who has made quite a few tackles, so we have heard her name as well. Wide receiver Anja Treiber, who has just made that fumble. But before that, did a great job on passing plays as well as the returns. Ruth Mata ran. Excuse me for a second. Okay, excuse me. There was just a little bit of a production note that I had to take. Anyway, you saw a great run by Ruth Mata just a second ago, so we'll get back into the game, and we see another handoff from Joe Kielby to Ruth Mata, this time up the middle for, let's see, about 3 yards, and it is going to be second down and about 6 for Team Britain. Get back to the German players to watch out for. Obviously, they mentioned Gabby Duvenage as well as the quarterback. And finally, Coach Balko thought that Finland is the top team in the game, and obviously based on rankings, that is the case. But now Britain Right now, Britain is making a very strong effort to show that they are a force to be reckoned with, even though they are newcomers to this game. Ruth Mata breaks a couple of tackles and runs up the middle for another first down. Beautiful job by Mata. Um, Back to Team Britain, their coach and messenger told me that Phoebe Schechter, one of the captains, would be the player to watch, and we have seen her captain the defense and make tackles on the field. So definitely one of the most important players in the game right now on defense. But let's go back to the British offense. I mean, they've just been turning heads this whole game, especially number 21, Ruth Mata. And guess who just got the football? It was Mata. And she ran for a couple of yards, very close to another first down. It is 2nd and 2 for Team Britain. And a little bit about the quarterback, Joe Kilby. She is the captain of the Birmingham Lions team, and she was a junior county badminton player and also played rugby for 15 years. And she is one of the team captains as well for Team Britain. Another handoff to Mata, who manages to break another couple of tackles and run for. Let's see if she made that first down. She was tackled by Germany's number 40, Alyssa Vine. So after the game, we're going to have an MVP selected from each team. We have about 4.5 minutes left in the game, with the score standing at 17-6, Team Britain. This time, the hand Ruth Mata didn't really go anywhere because Team Germany, again, just like they usually do, close to their own end zone, stiffened up and sent 3 players right up the middle. Mata's getting a bit tired and will be relieved this time by Claire Davies, I believe. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's fourth down, so it's not that she's tired. I'm sorry. I should never say that about a running back. We never get tired, right? So it is fourth down, and it is a field goal attempt by Team Britain. And even though the holder Joe Kilby actually had a little bit of a trouble putting the football on the ground, it was good. So once again, oh, I'm sorry. Once again, I made a mistake and I don't have the replay. So basically, it was not successful. It was short of the goal. So it is a turnover on downs this time. So Germany does get the football at the 20-yard line. Okay, the score is still standing at 17-6. Sorry about the brain fart. It is about 3.5 minutes before the end of this football game. And it might be Germany's last attempt to try to turn things around. Hand off to the running back up the middle. This time, the running back is number 26, Anna Seiler. She plays for the Munich Cowboys ladies. Her run was for about half a yard. So now it is 2nd and 9 for Team Germany, lining up with 3 backs this time, with Erdmann and Seiler, but then there's a motion to the sideline. And number 80 was Jeanette Bustard. She was tackled after gaining the first down. So this was a successful completed pass for Gabby Duvinage. And Germany lines up in the I formation. Gabby Divinaz drops back, is pursued by a defender, but still manages to get the pass out. It sails through the hands of Schreiber, unfortunately for the German team, so it is an incomplete pass. It is going to be second down. But kudos to Divinaz to be for being able to throw that pass under so much pressure, because number 13, Laura Moore, was hard on her heels right there. Back in the I formation with Seiler at tailback and the motioning Schreiber. Divinaj under center, drops back, and a complete pass to Bustard, and she gets tackled by Phoebe Schechter after 3 or 4 yards. There are 2 minutes left, almost 2 minutes left. We're heading into the 2-minute warning in a few seconds. And it's third down and 4 for Team Germany. 11 points down, 2 minutes to go. Divinaj drops back, and the pass once again sails through the hands of Schreiber. This pass was very accurate. It was right there, but Schreiber just couldn't pull it in. But two defenders on her tracks. So this is it for Team Germany. It's fourth down. This is the game. The game is on the line. I mean, I know it's a cliche, but there's only a minute and 45 seconds left. And so this fourth down is the crucial fourth down. If they don't get the first down here and Britain gets the football, that's all over for Germany. So they are rightly calling a timeout right now. So the Germans are in heated conversation to figure out how to try to accomplish this first down. And Team Britain have shown that they are indeed a force to be reckoned with. And what they said about unity and the players knowing each other is definitely showing on the field. But what's also showing is their combination of youth and experience, and not necessarily football experience, but experience in as an athlete in a contact sport, especially rugby. I mean, rugby is a great way to prepare for the sport. Another complete pass to Bustard. Duvenage is doing a great job right now. You know, when the game's on the line, her experience comes through, and she completes a pass to her receiver for the first down. So Germany's hopes are still alive. A minute and 40 seconds left, but the clock is running. It's a first down at the 50-yard line at midfield. So Germany has to really make this a very quick drive if they want to try to turn this game around. Divinage passes to Bustard, but it is a tiny bit low for her to catch. She's a very tall receiver, so it is an incomplete pass. Divinage was sustained a hit after throwing the football, but most of the hit was sustained by her lineman, who is now on the field. So another injury for Team Germany. And a great sub by great coverage. It is second down, second and 10 at the midfield line, and we have 1 minute and 20 seconds left in this very first game of the very first European Championships in women's tackle football. Tonight, the host nation, Team Spain, will take on the number 1 ranked nation in women's football in Europe, and that is Team Finland, the bronze medalist of both World Championship games. So please tune in tonight at 9 o'clock Spanish time, Central European time, to watch that game. and see how much Team Spain has developed since their appearance in Helsinki 2 years ago. Injury timeout is over, so now Germany has 2 more downs to try to advance that football. And there's a lot of pressure on the quarterback, resulting in a sack. The running backs couldn't protect her from that rush that was relentless. Laura Moore was right there. Phoebe Schechter was there. And it was a really hard hit, and there were a lot of people involved. So Schechter is slow to get. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Phoebe Schechter. That's number 13. That's Laura Moore. So Laura Moore is slow to get up. She's still kneeling. So Moore and Schechter made that tackle together. And now it's 3rd down and 15 for Germany. This was a sack that resulted in the loss of about 5 yards for Germany. There is 1 minute left, 1 minute and 7 seconds to be exact, according to our game clock here on the field at the Maracena Sports Complex in the south of Spain. It is just past noon here in southern Spain, and it's very, very hot, especially in those black uniforms that the Germans are wearing. This has got to be really, really hot down in the field. Fortunately, it's natural grass, which at least does not blow the hot air back at you as you're playing, like the turf tends to do. It was a pass attempt to Bustard, but it was incomplete. She jumped up, but threw her hands again. It is 4th down again for Team Germany. 4th and 15 at the 45-yard line, 44-yard line. Again, the game's on the line. Less than a minute left. Divinage drops back. And the pass was almost intercepted, but bounced back into the air from Nancy Stone's hand and was actually caught by number 80, Bastard. There is a flag on the play, so we'll see what the officials say. If this play stands, then that means Germany did not quite get the 1st down. But since it was a pass interference on the British team, this means that Germany gets a 1st down. So once again, they could still try. They could still try to score and then score again in the 56 seconds that are left. Time's running out, though. There is no timeout called. This was just an official's timeout. So Divinage under center. Drops back and gets hit, but gets out of it. Pursued by defenders and is sacked by Britain's number 90, Monica Lewinsky, by the sideline. It was a great effort by Divinage, but she did not have enough protection right there. She left the pocket because the pocket was collapsing, and then she just couldn't get away before trying to pass the football. There was nowhere to throw. Incomplete pass intended for Anja Treiber. Excuse me. So we are at 32 seconds before the end of this game. Germany's 3rd down, just past midfield. And Britain up by 11 points. A long, deep pass to Bustard. Almost there. It was right in their hands. But great coverage by Britain's defensive backs. And it was incomplete. So it is, again, fourth down. Number 27, Julia Robinson, another veteran British player. She has been playing since 2011. So she's an accomplished defensive back. She plays for the Solon Thrashers. Fourth down for Team Germany. Divinage drops back. There's a good block by the running back Seiler, and the pass is incomplete. It was almost intercepted by Amanda Casey. Tornadoes. So it is a turnover on downs, which means Britain gets the football, and it also means, since there are only 21 seconds left, that Britain's very likely to take a knee and end this game. Germany has to send their defense back on the field. It was a valiant effort by Gabby Duvenage in that last drive, trying to force those passes, complete them, and those passes were mostly accurate, but her receivers were not delivering, mostly because the coverage was also very strong by Team Britain's defensive backs, and the pressure on the quarterback was strong as well. So great effort by Team Britain in their very first game at a tournament. And like I said, based on what they showed us against their preliminary, a friendly against Sweden, and the qualifying game against Team Russia, we we were kind of expecting something strong from them. And Kilby took a knee on first down, and the clock is running out. It is 5 more seconds. And that is it. This game ended in the first ever British win at a tournament. Wonderful game we had today for the opening of the first ever Women's European Championships in American football. And newcomers, 6th ranked, Great Britain beat Team Germany, the accomplished veteran Team Germany, by 11 points. Team Britain 17, Team Germany 6 at the opening game. Please tune in tonight for the 9 o'clock game. My name is Anna Bonhedi. Thank you for watching this game.
Tenemos a las MVP del encuentro de esta mañana. Big applause for both players. Ahí terminamos esta retransmisión de este primer partido y os esperamos esta noche a partir de las 9 para ver el partido inaugural de la selección española, España contra Finlandia, a partir de las 9 de la noche. Bogas, por favor, si puedes acercarte a la cabina de retransmisión.
Cuando tú me digas.
¿Hacemos prueba de audio o algo?
Hi everyone.
Faces turn white first.
What's your name? No.
Phoebe.
Phoebe.
Yeah.
Also, no, middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker, yes.
Cuando me diga, empieza la entrevista. Dentro.
Hi everyone. We are here with the MVP of the Great Britain's team. She is.
My name's Phoebe Schechter.
She's a middle linebacker, and as we know, Great Britain is a rookie team because it's the first time that they play in an official international competition. How has you seen this first game?
It's been an amazing game. We all had so much heart and we've been preparing for this for months now. Everyone came out there and gave it their best that we could do. Germany is a great team and we knew they would be a force to be reckoned with. And we just had the endurance, we kept going. Our offense was on top of it today and our defense was there just making a brick wall behind them.
What do you think is going to happen tonight?
Tonight, I think after this we're going swimming. And then it's a really great environment here. One of the great things about women's American football is we can play each other and we're all in the same hotel, but afterwards we all mesh together again and it's friendly and it's a really incredible experience.
Okay. Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you very
good
much.
luck.
Thank you very much.
One moment, please. One moment, please.
Still sweaty, sorry. Oh, it's beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything.
Okay.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you want
you.
to say anything else for?
Our team gave it our all today. We've got so much support. Our coaches have been absolutely incredible this whole time. And here comes the rest of the week. Bring it on. We'll see what happens. Thank you. Thanks. Thank you very much, guys.
We are waiting for the German MVP.
I have to translate because she speaks no English.
Ah, okay. Your name?
Va a hablar la alemana.
Daniela.
MVP primero y después la entrevista,
Ok.
o la entrevista primero, como queráis.
MVP.
Dale el MVP primero.
Okay. For you.
Thank
Good
you.
job, really.
Thank you.
Hard game.
It was.
But you worked very well.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
We are here with Daniela. She's the MVP of the German team. She's a tight end and an outside linebacker. Or no, I'm
Only tight end.
tight end. And we want to know if it has been harder than you thought, or
Also es war härter, als wir gedacht haben. Es war aber sehr gut, ziemlich fair. Ja, es war wie gesagt sehr hart. Wir haben viel gebracht, was wir wollten, was wir in der Vorbereitung uns ausgedacht haben. Ja, wir werden weiterkämpfen.
which team do you think is gonna win tonight?
Tonight, I hope Spain.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Congrats. A good game. And keep working.
We will.
And that's it.
Okay.
Ja, we gaan het doen, hè? Dat kan alles nooit.
¿Qué tal, salió?
¿Qué hago?
Tienes que pegarte más a ella, no separarte tanto.
Ya, bueno.
Y luego el micro, en plan...
Y el micro tienes que terminar.
Ya. Es que me estaba temblando la mano.
Ya, estamos nerviosos, pero tienes que...
Bueno, no salió tan mal, ¿no? Me he atragantado un poco, pero...